What if I told you something crazy? What if I told you you can launch your own spirit-based business within 2 days?
Well, don't think about it. Do it.
The Light Worker Liftoff Workshop is back. Yes, it's back. May 17th and 18th, a 2-day event. And don't forget the VIP kit, which is just $47, which helps you with your social media presence as well. And for those of you who are busy, for your convenience, Dr. Lisa is offering a noon and evening time class. By the way, why wouldn't you want to sign up? This workshop is free. And also, don't forget to use my link, www.at2.lightworkerliftoff.com. The views and opinions on this show are for entertainment purposes only. The only factual information is any story that has happened to AT2 or the parties involved. Other than that, go ahead and get you a drink, get you something to eat, just relax and enjoy the show. Let's have fun. All right, y'all, let's get real.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. Now, I know I said that I was done with 90 Day Fiancé, but to be fair, last week I did the review on a Wednesday, which it already had been a few days, so of course it wasn't going to do too well. And now that I'm doing it on a Monday, everybody should have caught up by now. So we are going to talk 90 Day Fiancé. Let me say what's up to the people. What's up, Casey? Thank you for coming. What's up, Wendy Lucas? What's up, D? What's up, B and Brandee? Shout out to Brandee, y'all. Make sure you guys are subscribed to her channel if you didn't already. What's up, Ann? Thank you for coming. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it without further ado. So, like a dummy, I deleted my pictures. So y'all just gonna have to imagine that you got a picture of the person on the side over here somewhere on the screen. But anyway, let's start out with Bilal and Shida. Actually, for some reason, I do have their picture out of all the couples. I don't know why, but out of all the couples, I got their picture. Oh, and I got another one too. Oh, and make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you want to drop $1 too, you see the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all that good stuff scrolling down at the bottom. All right. So she finally meets the kids, talking about Shida. She finally meets the kids. And, you know, she was like, oh, I want you guys to call me, I think it's Umi, if I'm correct, Umi, which means mom in her language. And they're kind of like, oh, you know, we'll think about that. Now, get it. Now, we know, fast forward to now, we know that they're really married in real life now. However, at the time they were not married, and you want these people to call you mom? You want them kids to call you mom? Shida, you are out your mind. And then they asked a question about the kids, right? They asked like, oh, well, do you want, do you want children? She was like, yeah, I want kids. And then, Bilal, he was kind of like, well, I don't want no damn kid. He didn't want to say it, but he didn't want no damn kids, And here's my thing. She had to have known that this man, Umi. Okay, thank you, Umi. She had to have known that this man didn't want any kids. She had to. Like, when you seen him swallowing your birth control pills, you can't tell me that you... When you seen Bilal swallowing your birth control pills, you should have known that the man didn't want any damn kids. Come on now. Now you all of a sudden you shocked and surprised he don't want any kids. But this should be interesting as it heats up. And yeah, her trying to have the kids call her mom, nah. I don't care if it's a different language. They don't know you, lady. They're not going to call you mom and they don't even know you. I thought it was very forced and awkward with the kids. Yes, it did seem very forced and awkward. You're right about that, Anne. It just didn't come off natural. And then she didn't even want to play pool with them. They're like, oh, she was like, I don't really play games and stuff like that. So you didn't want to just play. Here's the thing. This is her first time getting introduced to the kids and stuff like that, right? And they asked her, "Oh, you want to play with us?" And she's like, "Oh, I don't really do games. I don't do games." What you mean? You fake it until you make it. You try to impress these kids, and then how you gonna come off Shida like an asshole on camera? At least you know if you don't play games in your real life, you know that's fine, that's perfect, that's dandy, all that. But at least play it up like you trying to be a good stepmom for the camera. Come on now, don't be a shitty person on camera because then we know you shitty, and we know the kids ain't gonna call you mama. They ain't gonna call you Umi, Noonie, nothing. They ain't gonna call you shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's just my opinion. You know, hell, I don't know anything. Okay, being Brandee, she said, "Oh, okay, you feel bad for her because of the how he doesn't want kids and stuff like that." Is that what you mean? Now, I do think it's something where he should definitely have that conversation with her and be like, "Hey, I don't want no more kids. Let her make her decision off of that." Those kids are not feeling her right now. Yeah, they're definitely not. Hopefully, this has changed since the show premiere, but he's not feeling them. Right. All right, who's the next couple? Let's go ahead and do Guillermo and Cara. So Guillermo and Cara, see, this is the only other couple I have a picture of. We don't need a picture. I just want to take this one down. Okay, so Guillermo and Cara, he goes and meets the mom, the uncle, and the brother. And they was having a conversation and stuff like that, and it wasn't too interesting. And then I caught something that the mama said, and I don't know if y'all said that. She was like, "I think Cara can take care of him, but I don't know if Guillermo can." Now, Guillermo is only 23 years old. Like, you can't really think that he's going to be able to be the man and take care of everything. He barely living his life. Cara's at least in her late 20s. You know what I mean? And so I find it funny that they know, like, yo, these people are just getting their foot into America. They can't work for the first 90 days. I think 90 days to 6 months, is it? They can't work. And so they are dependent on the person, on the actual American or the citizen to, financially take care of them, They're dependent on that. So y'all putting that out in the universe, like, yeah, of course, right now he can't do anything, Bilal is controlling and manipulative and be leaving her out to dry. Oh, I have seen a lot of that. What's up, Sunshinery? Thank you for coming. I have seen a lot of commentary about that he is controlling and stuff like that. I have seen that. That is true. But yeah, I just thought that was, interesting. It was kind of weird. 90 days is the 3 months. Okay. Well, I know the 90 days is like for them to finally get married and stuff like that. But I thought it was like something to like 3 to 6 months until they can finally start working or something like that. All right. Let's go on to the next one. Oh, I forgot I don't have the pictures. Let's talk about Ari and Bini. I caught something that, the mom said, like, "Oh, our family is crazy," or something to the effect of that. Bini seemed like he did that awkward kind of like smile that, "What's up, Marie? Thank you for coming." Did that awkward kind of smile like, like, what the hell is she talking about? I know I'm going to hell for this. But to me, it seems like Bini does not enjoy Ari's company. Am I the only one? Am I the only one who thinks that? It seems like he does not enjoy Ari's company. He just seems like I guess I'm here for the baby. But other than that, it does not seem like he actually loves that woman. Right. Bini let his sister throw the wine. Yeah, and Ari did make that joke like, "Oh, you don't have to worry about anybody throwing wine in your face or anything like that." Did you see her face when the mom and dad expected them to pay for the apartment? Oh yeah. So they got them an apartment, which I mean is nice. However, You can't tell me. So Ari and Benny ain't been saving up their 90-day fiance check. Isn't this like they sixth season or something like that? So you telling me Ari and Benny, y'all ain't saved up enough money to get your own spot? Like y'all didn't think about this? Like you had a nanny in Ethiopia. So I mean, obviously you had some kind of money to get some kind of help. So y'all ain't thought about getting a place. You had to have your parents get a place. Like that shit was just funny, you know? Hopefully one of them don't leave and leave the other one with the rent, you know? Has he ever enjoyed it? Right. I don't know. Oh. Okay, there we go. I'm back. I'm sorry. I don't know. I pressed the button and backed out. Shouldn't be getting an apartment for people who don't work. How they gonna pay rent? Right. You know, I was just gonna ask that. I think the parents have money and they probably depend on the parents for everything. Allegedly, I don't know. Allegedly. You know what I mean? And then Benny, if you look at his Instagram, he's always traveling all over the world and everything like that. So it seemed like he living his best life while Ari doing her own thing. And like I'm all like, when are they actually together? They don't seem like they're ever together, right? He looks miserable. Hmm. And you can tell like she's a little privileged kid, and she just feels like everybody should do everything for her. You can just tell that. You can see it on her face. It's written all over her face, you know. Who is the next couple I want to talk about? Let's go to Kobe and Emily. So Kobe and Emily, you know, he was basically letting her know, like, hey, you're breastfeeding in front of everybody. Should you go in private? Now, this might be a little controversial because I get what he's saying. I think it's not necessarily because, you know, she's breastfeeding in front of her parents. I think it's more of the cameras. Because if you look at the scenes with Emily, she's always breastfeeding, or she's always like, or her son is always digging in her, in like her top and stuff like that, trying to, you know, because he wants to get fed. And it's just kind of awkward to do that on a TV show. I think that's more what Kobe problem is, more than like she doing it in front of, like, you know, her parents and stuff like that. I think it's on the TV show because, you know, breastfeeding is natural. You know, you see it everywhere. But I think like in front of strangers, you know, I think that's what his problem more is than her doing it in front of her family. But I don't know. It could be that he don't want her to do it. Well, he doesn't want her to breastfeed at all because, you know, that's a big ass baby. That baby about 18 years old and she's still breastfeeding that baby. So I get, you know, that also too. And like he said, he's selfish. He want to suck on the titty. You know, and Emily, she got titties. She don't got titties. She got titties. So, you know, you know, they big. You know what I mean? Emily doesn't care. She just whips it out. Right. And like, yeah, I know in real life you would probably just whip it out, but you know, you on a TV show, you just it looks funny, damn it. It looks funny. What's up, goddess? Kobe and Emily are an example of what happens when you fetishize black men, especially African men, without knowing anything about their culture. I can't say I agree or disagree. Yo, Brandee. Yo, hey, she said it. You know, it was funny because they were talking about the cultural thing too, and then the dad was all like, "Oh, who, you know, runs the pants in your relationship, you know, and you know, in your culture?" And he was like, "The man." You know, and they're all like, "Oh, well, Emily over here, she runs everything," and you can tell she's a little snooty in the way she acts and shit like that. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But yeah, you can tell like he ain't cool with this shit, and like the dad is too involved, and then he talking about, oh, I don't know if he can provide for the baby and for Emily, and then he starts crying. What are you crying about? You already knew this man couldn't work when he got, and that's another thing. You know they can't work when they first get over here. So why are you so shocked and I don't get it. I don't get it. Sunshine Reese said, "Oh my God, on Pillow Talk they were like, let her breastfeed. You ain't paying for the formula, and it's expensive. It's also hard to get formula." Right, right. Shit, I get why she breastfeeding. Shit, there's no formula out there at the stove. All the formula is gone. But yeah, I gotta watch the Pillow Talk. I haven't watched it in a minute. The way the parents are too involved in their relationship, they should not have had that argument in front of their parents, and she shouldn't have belittled Kobe in front of the parent. Right, right. And my thing is that it has to be awkward for him, you know? That's another thing. It has to be so awkward. It's a unwinnable situation. It's a lose-lose situation for Kobe. He's not in a comfortable environment at all. I need Coben to get. Oh, I think you meant Kobe. Kobe to get familiar. Oh no, Coben to get familiar with his daddy culture. Him tugging to the okay. Right, right, right. And it's still in my community tab. I actually did post a picture of him holding Coben. So it seems like their relationship has gotten better. But yeah, those awkward moments when he's trying to connect with his son and his son is like, oh, get away from me. It's awkward. It's still awkward. I wish TLC would have cut that part out, if anything, because it just makes us it's just uncomfortable in so many different ways. And I don't even want to get too deep in it, but it's uncomfortable. Anyway, um, said I feel for Kobe. Right, right, right. I feel for Kobe. He's in a completely different environment. We know he's like the only black one there. Like it's so many different factors that play into it. And I just feel like they're purposely making it uncomfortable. Oh, yeah. And then, so he had to sleep in the guest bedroom. He had to sleep in the guest bedroom by himself. Now, he probably was because the guest bedroom actually looked comfortable. It looked a lot more comfortable than her bed. But anyway, that's besides the point. Like, he had to sleep in the guest bedroom. Like, that was so crazy to me. Like, yo, I I don't know what to say. I I I Anyway, moving on. So we meet Thais. She finally comes to America. Thias and Patrick. He gets her like a little Pomeranian dog, and like he doesn't know how she'll be with the brother. But then Thais, she didn't even tell the she didn't even tell the whatchamacallit, her dad until the day of that she was leaving to go to America and stuff like that, which was messed up. I liked her grandma, and she had her little sister there and stuff like that. I thought that was sweet. We're still trying to see how the dynamic's going to be when Thais and the brother meet and see if they be fighting and going at each other. So I guess that's what we're waiting to see. She was like, "You can go sleep in the other bed." She seemed like she didn't want him there, though. She did the first night. Right, right, right. It was like uncomfortable. She kicked. She treated him like a second class citizen. I'm not liking it, Emily. Emily, change it, change your routine, change your nasty attitude. We ain't liking it up over here. We ain't liking it, Emily. Um, but anyway, Thais and Patrick, that's basically it. It was nothing. Yeah, next couple. All right, so then we get to Yves and Mohamed. Now she gives him some kitty cat, right? And then she ends up bouncing for work. He's all like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna make me breakfast." Yeah, yeah. She wasn't gonna make you breakfast. No, no. She had to go to work, and she let it be known, like, "Hey, well, I gotta go to work. I got shit to do. I gotta go to work." So she ends up going to work, and he had to make his own eggs and everything like that. And then he started talking about how he thought he was gonna get breakfast in bed, and his mom used to make him breakfast and stuff like that. Homie Muhammad, you getting the independent woman. You are not getting, your mama. I know you said you want woman like mother. She's not that woman for you. It is what it is. Muhammad, he get that Michael Jackson that really, oh yeah. And you know what? I think he does that because whatchamacallit, his English is probably not too good, and so he's how do you insecure about his English, and so that's why he goes, oh, and does that little quiet whisper, oh. It's all like, if you don't put some bass in your goddamn voice, he went from mommy spoiling him to saying, you're on your own. Right. And now, one of the scenes that was really heartwarming, that probably the favorite scene so far this season, was when he met her son Darren, and like he hugged Muhammad, and it was just like really natural. And like she said, like, they were video chatting and stuff like that. So he was like comfortable with him. And now this part I did not like. But before I tell you that, we are going to play a commercial from our sponsors. I keep moving the camera every damn time I keep hitting the screen. And then we'll be right back, you guys.
What if I told you something crazy? What if I told you you could launch your own spirit-based business within 2 days?
Well, don't think about it. Do it.
The Light Worker Liftoff Workshop is back. Yes, it's back. May 17th and 18th, a 2-day event. And don't forget the VIP kit, which is just $47, which helps you with your social media presence as well. And for those of you who are busy, for your convenience, Dr. Lisa is offering a noon and evening time class. By the way, why wouldn't you want to sign up? This workshop is free. And also, don't forget to use my link, www.at2.lightworkerliftoff.com.
Mohamed did not come all the way over in this country to be a babysitter. Now, I know she said it's hard for her to find a babysitter, somebody who wants to watch them, all that stuff, right? I understand that. However, you can't depend on this man to be a babysitter, and especially for a child with special needs. It's going to, because if you're not used to it, which we don't know, if you're not used to it or not comfortable with it, in general, if you're not comfortable around kids, it's going to be a challenge. So her thinking that he's going to want to be a babysitter is going to be a rude awakening for her. And you depend on him to babysit. And another thing is like, they video chatting and stuff like that. Technically, they don't really know each other. Like, this is their first interaction with each other in person. And that means a lot. So, you depending on Muhammad to actually be the babysitter and take on that responsibility, that's definitely something y'all should have discussed before he got over here, because that's a lot to tell somebody, and especially someone who's 21-year-old, like, hey, you're going to be a dad, but also you take care, do the cooking, cleaning, all this stuff. And then and you know what? He even said, I didn't come all the way to America to do female duty. Now, he knew he was going to get backlash for saying, I didn't expect to do the female duties. Muhammad is determined to have a clean booty and good food. He's a broke rich man. He does not want to babysit. He wants to more than 5 French fries. Yo, did she really only put 5 French fries on his plate? Damn. And then she didn't have no salt. He was like, where's the salt? She had no salt, y'all. Oh, I know. Oh. I already know her food nasty. She ain't got no damn salt. Yee's wanted a free babysitter. Yeah. That's what she wanted. She wanted a free babysitter. It's so... Listen. If you want a babysitter, you go hire you a babysitter. You didn't have to go get somebody from another country to be the babysitter. Like, that's awkward. Like, yeah, he's down to help out, but he was all like, I have my own dreams that I want to do. And that's a lot, asking somebody, hey, can you watch my child? That's not what he came over here to be with you, but he didn't come over here to be a babysitter. That's going to be a clash right there. That's definitely going to be the problem. But I'm just happy that the storyline isn't like going to be like fights over the son. It seems like it's going to be more of a cultural clash than anything. And then another thing, so is Mohamed not using toilet paper because he kept talking about the bidet, but homie, you didn't even know how to put the bidet together. And maybe you should have researched America because a lot of homes don't have bidets over here. It just comes with our homes just come with a toilet. We don't come with a bidet. If you want to wash that ass, then you just go ahead and hop you in the tub and go wash it. But we don't have homes with bidets in it. You probably should have looked that up beforehand, and you probably should have learned how to put one together if you want a bidet. Like, I don't understand these people. I missed it. Did they hook up? No, he wasn't able. He didn't know how to figure it out. I have a bidet, so I understand one is so. You know what? I've never used one before. Like, I have a feeling if I get one, I might like it too much. So I don't know if I want to get one. Right. Mm-hmm. You're right about that. Mm. Do you think it might be too much for Muhammad? Right. I guess at least she bought it. But I guess he thought like, oh, I thought you were gonna have somebody install it for me. Hell no, you gotta shit, you ain't got no job, figure that shit out. Oh man. Overall, this episode was all right, you guys. Like, it wasn't a bad episode. It was all right. Um, like I said, we'll see how this one does. Um, if this video does crappy, then yeah, 90 Day Fiance is canceled for me, and then we'll just move on to something else. But yeah, for right now, the episode was good. It's picking up. It's taking a long time for it to pick up, but it's finally picking up. So I am happy about that. I'm interested to see where the story goes with Muhammad and Eve, Kobe and Emily. Other than that, the other couples, I'm kind of like, it's a hit or miss. Brown Skin, Miona, and Jabri are coming back next week. I see in the previews. Oh, the Family Chantel. Now, the Family Chantel, when that picks up in June, we might pick that up. If I cancel 90 Day Fiance, we might pick that up. So we'll pick up the Family Chantel and we'll see how that goes. But other than that, y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. All that good stuff. Thank you, everybody, for commenting, showing love. I appreciate our discussions, and just over here, we get to be ourselves and say whatever is on our mind. So I appreciate y'all. Deuces, we out. See y'all later.